Okay, so we're going to continue reading Iliad Book 6. We're up to line 20. So this again is part of this rather ghastly catalogue of killings, and consists of various people killing one another, and we'll go through this bit fairly quickly. So Euryalus, and here's one of the many words of killing. It's x plus enarisde, to kill, and the x just makes it very strong, to slay. So Euryalus slew Dresus and Opheltius. And he went after Aesopus and Paidasus, whom the nymph, the Naias nymphae, the Naiad nymph, that is the fountain nymph, the water nymph, once, and her name is Abarbarie, which is a very odd name. Scholars have tried to connect it with the word aborboros, meaning unmuddy. So if she's living in the fountain, you don't want it to be too muddy, so that's what the name may be connected with, but it's a very strange name. So whom once the water nymph, this fountain nymph, Abarbaria, bore to noble Bucolion. I often translate this as, it used to be translated as blameless, but it's more in the sense of high-minded or royal. So it's not really a moral word, but more in sense of status. And then Bucolion, we get an explanation about this guy. He was the Huios, the son of Agaru. This word means illustrious, impressive. Used to be translated as haughty, but it's not. It's more in the sense of illustrious, and it's generally used with older heroes. So Bucolion was the son of illustrious Laomedon, and of course, yes, he was presbyteros. He was the eldest geniae in his race, that is, in his generation, that is, amongst his peers, amongst his siblings. And his mother, Meter, Gaineto, there's no augment there, he for auton. So you often get, you can often use he as a nice shortened word, nice short word, in place of the two-syllable auton. Scotion is adverbial, in the dark, so secretly. And now this is back agreeing with Bucolion, this is the masculine participle. So he was shepherding over the sheep. So while shepherding over the sheep, Mige is an aorist from mignumi. It's a nice shortened form, Mige. He mingled in love and bed. So Bucolion, while he was looking after the sheep, he had intercourse with this nymph, and she, Hypercusamene, becoming pregnant, Gaineto, no augment again, she gave birth to, and we get twin sons. These are dual forms, so twin boys, and these are the two that were mentioned up here, who get killed. So she gave birth to twin boys, and of them, Hoop Eluse, the subject of this one is still Euryalus, who is doing this, and there he is on the next line. Make his stay Iades, because his father's name was Mekistius, and Euryalus, as I mentioned, was one of the 7 against Thebes. This is the son of Mekistius. He loosed the strength and shining limbs tone of them, that is, of these 2 boys that were mentioned earlier. And Esula from Sulao, he began to rob from their shoulders their tukia, their weaponry. It's a very fairly vague word. It can mean their armour or their weapons and things. Their weaponry covers that nicely. Polypoites, steadfast in battle. Ptolemos and Mene, strong in battle. Slew Epiphne. Now that we've seen that before. That's that reduplicated aorist from that pheno verb. Slew Astualus, and Odysseus slew Pidutes from Percote. This is the name of a place. He was a Percosian, so it's on the south of the Hellespont. So he slew Pidutes from Percote with his bronze spear. And Teucros, understand, slew glorious Aretaon. And Antilochus, yet another word for killing, in Eratot, he slew, well, it's connected with that one we had before. It was Enarizdo. This is just another form of this verb. So Antilochus slew Ableron with his shining spear. Antilochus, the son of Nestor. Now, of course, Nestor is the old man who's lived for many generations, and he is one who gives wise advice to the Greeks. So he's put him on the name on the next line. It's quite emphatic. Antilochus was the son of Nestor, important man. And Agamemnon, lord of men, understands, slew Elatos. Nae, he used to dwell in steep Pedasos, Par Octhas, beside the banks of fair-flowing, that's a genitive there, fair-flowing Satniois, one of these many rivers. And Laetos, the hero, killed Phulakos. Now, Hele is from, there's Hyreo, and the aorist of that is Halon. And this is a shortened form here from Halon. It's a bit like that unpleasant expression in English, to take someone out. This is the Greek version of it, to take, because Hyreo is to take, so it means to kill. So the hero Laetos killed Phulakos, and in apposition to Phulakos as he was fleeing. And Eurypylus killed Melanthion. And there we have part of the Catalogue of Killings, and that's probably a good place to stop.